call him the southern group. Eastern group is 50 east. Eastern group now turning cold angel. Understand, cleared to kill. Leader, past the line now. One, cleared kill, cleared kill.
По курсу до цели полсотни 3. Выше 3. Понял. По фронту между целью 2 километра.
Одна слева, одна справа, 209.
Пошли направо, 209. Наблюдаю, работаю по ней. 10 наблюдаешь? Нет? Понял. Находят справа. Иду за паром второй. Уходите влево, 78. Пошел второй, за нами. Работаю по верхнему. Давай, выхожу вправо. Понял. Пошел второй, за нами давай. Огонь, огонь! Понял.
Hey everyone, and welcome in. Hey guys, I hope you're having a really great time today. Welcome in on Sunday, the 9th of March 2025, as we face down the barrel of yet another SATAC match. Give me 1 second, I better get you guys something to listen to in the background while we do the most important thing, and the only real thing that I actually have to do, which is do the dice rolls. So, out of 6 caucuses only, 3, 2, 1, go. That is number 6. That is Midday with 3 Lower Clouds, Tbilisi versus Sukhumi. Also have to do the coin flip. 1 is heads, 2 is tails, and the dogs have picked heads, and they win the coin flip. So, let's get the map changed, and I'll let the teams know that they can get themselves ready to go. Yeah, I'm too wobbly today. How are you all doing? Welcome in, guys. I hope you're feeling good. And we'll do that, and then we look at this one. Perfect. I'm getting better at controlling all the stuff. Welcome in, everyone. Yes, we played the older SATAC trailer from 2022, which is still one of the most spectacular ones. Make sure you go and check out the link that was put there. All right. So, we have the 179th Dogs versus a joint team of ACR and GVAW. Now, let me just make sure that I get this right. Because GVAW are... from Thailand and Indonesia, and the Dogs are from the USA, so an international match. Flankers would rule in SATAC. You've got to watch a 51st PVO match. They make those planes do things you didn't even know was possible. Okay. I'm sure you're tired of looking at my scruffy old face. Let's have a look at the map. Midday with 3-layer clouds. In fact, I can't even remember the last time that I think everyone's still just loading in. I can't remember the last time we rolled this map. But with a cloud layer that's not as harsh as it can be and some fog, that does make things interesting, particularly in amongst the mountains. The really deadly bit is when you get to these mountaintop peaks that are just obscured in clouds. These things are pilot killers, and falling into this part of the sky is always the risk you run. Thank you very much for the follows, guys, by the way. Sergeant Lightning, DCS Showtime, 9G Valik. Oh, yes, from 9G. How are you going? I hope you're having a good day. Good day for flying nonetheless. If nothing else, it ought to be visually impressive. Hope everyone's connecting to the server okay. Does seem like no one's joining and I'm worried that I've broken it. When do knockout rounds start? Still a way off yet. We're still in the second week of the group stages, so there's plenty more matches to come. That's weird. You really want a flyable AWACS and DCS with multi-crew? Me too. That would be so much fun. The only thing broken is Spade's heart? What did Spade do to deserve that kind of treatment? I don't even want to know. Hey, you be nice to each other in my chat. Welcome in, everyone. How's your weekend been? What have you been up to? What kinds of things have you been doing? Tell me all about it. I want to know. Did you cook something nice? The weather here's been really warm. It's been making me feel like I want to barbecue. F111 or bust. Alright, spawning in for the dogs, we have Portal, Luigi, Russian Helmet, Hate to Lose, Teabag, and Bad Karma. And it looks like it's 4 F-16s and 2 F-18s. These dogs, guys, have been pretty funny so far, so I can only imagine that they're going to be having a good time today. I'm glad you enjoy it, 9G. It wouldn't be possible, Valik. I'm sorry that I have so much trouble with your name, but none of these matches would be possible without the players. And in fact, compared to the organisers and all that sort of thing, I do not have as much pressure and responsibility as they do. I just get to look at the fun planes move around, you know? Alright, and over on the GVAW/ACR team, we have Maligator starting off the lineup. They've got some beautiful liveries. Maligator, GVAW 069. Cookie, GVAW 013. GVAW 013 as well. Ooh, got to get your numbers right. I have to see who this one is. And it looks like not only are they bringing some F-16s, but they're bringing along a MiG-28 as well. So, MiG-28s coming out on the GVAW ACR side, and representing them we have Azarashi, Big Meow, 7 Fox, Murzan, Cookie, and Maligator. All very recognizable names that I'm sure you will have seen before if you've caught SATAC in the past. Yeah, Hex, MiG-28s. Yeah, Google it. Google MiG-28. They're bringing 3 MiG-28s, actually. I mean, you guys know the MiG-28. It's what Tom Cruise shoots down, like, 4 of them. I'm having a stonk. Call the bondulance. They do look pretty though, don't they? And it looks like they're just about ready to start their taxi. Also, thank you for the bits, Tech. That's really nice. Oh, look, we've got orders from Stalin himself. Zdaro za Stalina. Azarashi, the last one to get moving. Meanwhile, if I can control my map properly, I see the dogs leading a lineup. Luigi leading the way, typing in my chat instead of getting ready for the biggest match of DCS in his life. Hate to lose, just off his right wing. Portal, Teabag, Bad Karma, and Russian Helmet. All looking pretty good. Pretty standard loadouts all around. Make sure no one's bringing too many missiles. Better chuck up a poll, and I really want you guys to vote in this one. Who are you here to support? And if you say you're here to support a team, I want you guys to really support that team. Like, if you click that you're supporting a team on the poll, I want to have you screaming in chat to support them, okay? Bringing the extra sparrows. Okay. Meanwhile, they're just getting moving for GVAW. And these are the ACR pilots. So the ACR pilots are in the black Red Star MiG-28 livery, and the GVAW pilots are in their own team's livery. You're going to support GVAW and ACR even though you know nothing about the teams? Well, GVAW and ACR are Indonesian and from Thailand as well. Yeah, so ACR is Thailand and GVAW is Indonesia. And they're a team with a lot of experience and history that is very exciting. Those teams, in fact, have appeared in a lot of competitions. Really experienced pilots and really nice guys too. Hello, 81 Banana. How are you going? Welcome in. 81 Banana will be casting a match today as well. We're which will be very exciting with ETF facing off against the 367th MTSO. ACR and GVAW are well-known teams in SATAC. They are. I mean, all of these names are very recognizable, and both teams ready. Get set. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go, go, go. All right, and that begins the first round of the 179th Dogs facing off against ACR x GVAW. Oh no. Okay, might have just been a touch of desync here, but it looks like the wheels are going up okay. Meanwhile, on the red team, Hate to Lose takes off. And looks like Portals are next in line. Up go the F-16s as Bad Karma and Teabag take off. So everyone's in the sky and beginning their journey towards the Circle of Destiny, where dreams come true and nightmares happen. They look like race cars in these livery. Absolutely gorgeous. Bringing the long jamming pods. These weather conditions shouldn't pose too much of a threat, but it does, it is going to have a noticeable impact on visibility, which is going to mean, while it is always the case that situational awareness is key, it goes double when the weather conditions are a bit inclement. The countermeasures are looking good. You don't get that many of them, though, so I would be careful. Okay, so a tight-knit group at exactly 30,000 feet for GVAW, and the members of ACR are staying at around about 20,000 feet. Hate to Lose leading the way for the Dogs at 36,000 feet, heading south. Luigi heading north at 38,000 feet. Really climbing up there. Probably going for some long-range shooting. Meanwhile, the Central Group, Bad Karma, Teabag, Russian Helmet, and Portal, between 24 and 32,000 feet, and just making their way towards the circle, as you might expect. Let's get a little bit of formation porn from GVAW. And the battle area is contested, meaning we have a fight today. Murazan breaks off from Cookie and Maligator, starts heading a little bit further south. Big Meow, Azarashi, and Seven Fox just separating out into a battle line at about 20,000 feet. Hate to Lose already at 46,000 feet and afterburning. Current separation is looking like it's about 77 nautical miles in the south, and in the north, 80 nautical miles. And Portal still has 85 left to go. Looks like GVAW and ACR might be the audience favourites to get started here. Hello, tactical horses. Horse. A whole mixture of jamming pods on the GVAW and ACR side. Looks like everyone's brought one. Seven Fox even electing to bring the targeting pod. Used as a early warning system, you can use the camera to see whether or not a missile has come off the wings of an enemy jet. Not as common as it used to be. Murazan and Hate to Lose, 45 nautical away from each other now. Now, what is Hate to Lose's plan here? Other than winning, of course. We can tell that because he hates to lose. Murazan's facing up to the challenge, though. They're closing within 33 nautical miles. That's quite close at these altitudes. Does Hate to Lose? No. Murazan fires the first shot. Hate to Lose and Murazan fire at the same time. I was worried that Hate to Lose was would feel a little bit out of detection. Hate to Lose is going to have to defend here, though. At 46,000 feet, he did get the better shot, but Murazan's missile is still coming with intent, traveling at 1,900 knots. Looks like it's gone active. Hate to Lose is going to know that there's something going on and starts reacting appropriately. But is it enough? This missile's still going really fast. He has to drop altitude, more altitude than this, and he's running out of time. It's going to be so close. Impact, Hate to Lose, gets hit. But no damage. Oh my god. Missile malfunction. Getting away very luckily there with what should have been a kill. as Murazan is left to defend against the AIM-120 fighting response. But it's already dropped down to 700 knots and now 600. It's basically falling out of the sky. So Murazan's going to know that they're safe. Okay. Meanwhile, Maligator and Russian Helmet facing off at 36 nautical miles so far. As Maligator launches the first AIM-120 in the northern fight and begins defending with those fuel tanks already jettisoned. Russian Helmet at 40,000 feet must surely know that there's a missile coming. But it's going to have to pull some shapes now. Perhaps not. Missile's not active yet. Now it is. AIM-120 is being traded in both directions. Murazan as Luigi fires at him. The Russian Helmet doesn't get away in time. And that missile certainly has the desired effect, as we see what remains of an F-16 falling out of a sky. Looks like the missile shots have had no effect just yet, as one of the 120s impacts the dirt. The one fired in response is still pretty high, but not very fast. The trick will be making sure that you don't accidentally fly into this one. Murazan knows that the missile's there. Hate to lose. Got an AIM-120 to defend against. It's traveling fast, and it's very high. Hate to lose is going to have to do something here. But looks like it may lose its seek here. Yeah, just keep up the turn and you should get away from it. Yep. Okay, that missile has lost its chuff. And one of the members for GVAW has gone down, but I see no kill message in the feed. We'll have to check on what happened, but we are down a member of GVAW. Oh, that was friendly fire? Yes, I will. Sorry, I think I got confused there about what happened. Murazan killed Maligator. Oh, no. So is that the missile hit that we just watched? Okay. We'll check that out in the TAC view after the match. Oh, yes, Murazan did take out Maligator after Maligator took out Russian Helmet. Meanwhile, this missile's chasing down Portal. I know in the Chinese teams you have to buy the whole team McDonald's if you get a team kill. Big Meow making a push here. Dogs are sticking close, yes. In fact, they're doing a good job so far. As Big Meow launches the first AMRAAM of this fight. If it's going towards Portal, it's got 14 nautical miles to go. The rest of the missiles seem to be not much of a factor at the moment. Portal's going to have to get away from this one. It's traveling at 1,200 knots at the moment. And Portal knows and is getting away from it. If you team kill your friends, then the consequence is that one of your friends dies in a competitive DCS match. You can team kill all you like, but it won't help you much. As another missile is coming in here towards Murazan, who's having to defend really hard against this. This missile still traveling at speed. Is Murazan going to have the chuff to get away from this? Getting closer, and I think he's gotten away with it as the missile overshoots. Second missile, no factor just yet. Big Meow's shot towards Portal, no factor just yet. Portal fires an AIM 120, it may be at Azarashi, who's at 25,000 feet at 10 nautical miles. In fact, there's AIM 120s coming off everywhere. From Hate to Lose, from Luigi, from Portal. As Cookie fires off 2 in return, Azarashi's going to have to contend with these missiles. Traveling 950 knots and chasing him down, but looks like it's not going to have the legs to get as far as it needs to go. The dogs and GVAW and ACR managing to maintain good cohesion here. As this missile is tracking a target that's low, probably going to get notched against the ground. We can only imagine what the missile economy must be. Where's this 120 going? Okay, it's dumb. We'll just do a quick F2 check, make sure that we're not missing anyone who might be damaged. No, it looks like we're all good. Big Meow and Bad Karma exchanging missiles at 10 nautical miles at about 10,000 feet, both instantly turning cold. Luigi pushing in hard here now against GVAW. Only with Sidewinders left to go. 7 Fox and Cookie are straight off his nose. Fires an A9. 7 Fox fires a 120 in return. And the A9 just runs out of speed. 120 fired towards Luigi doesn't impact, but the A9 is getting close, but he doesn't seek all the way. Hate to Lose is coming into support. AIM 120 is going towards Murazan at close range. Cookie is now merged and chasing. A9 off the wings, it has the legs, and it gets the impact, takes out, but Hate to Lose is right above him, and is turning down to take his shot. Luigi goes down, as Hate to Lose is potentially stuck in the clouds, providing obfuscation here. Big Meow having to contend with Portal. Portal at 3,000 feet fires off this last AIM 120 at 8 nautical miles towards Big Meow, who's having to turn very cold. Hate to Lose is right above Cookie. Cookie with no missiles left, though. Hate to Lose needs to push down there and kill him. 7 Fox pushing in now. Still has 3 AIM 120s left to go. Bad Karma, the one who brought the extra AIM 7s on the Hornet, ending up having to use them. Cookie here, still managing to keep Hate to Lose pinned down. And it looks like Portal managed to get Azarashi with an AIM 120 while we were watching the short-range fight. An AIM 9 shot, actually, here. Hate to Lose firing at Murazan. Does Murazan know that this is coming? Does he have flares going out? He does. Looks like the AIM 9s have gone dumb pretty quick. This one's still tracking, but it has no energy. Portal now facing off against Cookie. Can see him directly above him. They're about to merge. Cookie only has guns, but he might get the chance to use them. Big Meow pushing into the rest of the group here. It's a huge mess. Portal has one in front and one behind, and one directly off his nose. Can GVAW organize the attack here? He's right in front of you. You've got to shoot him. You have to shoot him. Shoot him! Put the nose on him and kill him! And Cookie may actually get to use the guns. Hate to Lose goes down. Taken down by nothing. It may well have been a CFIT. Cookie down to guns, but not out of the fight just yet, trying to pull in on the tail of this GVAW of this member of the Dogs, who's doing everything they can to get away. In the southern area, we see emerge right up close. Teabag, realizing that the opponent he's looking for is directly above him, pulling up to altitude. Seven Fox is right there. Cookie still dogfighting, but he managed to get the kill with guns. Cookie down to guns, but not out of the fight. Can Teabag get high enough for the missile shot? Doesn't look like it. But it looks like someone just disintegrated in midair. What impacted him? I didn't see. Murazan coming in on Teabag. Don't tell me that was another team kill. Dogs fires an AIM-9 at something. Murazan managing to get behind Teabag here. Teabag managed to get high enough to get an AIM-9 off. As Murazan found his target. They're right merged with each other, and Teabag is behind him. Teabag has one AIM-9 and two AIM-7s left to use. The AIM-7s in particular would be really useful here. The AIM-9 goes off the rails. The missile is tracking. Closer, 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 closer. Impact! He goes down. It's a 2v2. Teabag and Big Meow now facing off in close range. Big Meow coming in fresh out of a gunfight and gets impacted by the AIM-7s from Teabag. Teabag is just slaughtering them. Bad Karma and Teabag, the two remaining, facing off against Cookie, who only has guns left and had already used half of his ammunition, taking down one of the other members of the Dogs. Bad Karma, still with AIM-9s and an AIM-7. Teabag, with no missiles whatsoever. Bad Karma has to kill Cookie here, unless it becomes some kind of horrifying gunfight. But the AIM-7 is tracking, it looks good. And the AIM-7 seals the deal for the Dogs. Now they just have to make it back home. Whew! Fuck me. Okay. I apologize, 179th Dogs. I wasn't familiar with your game. I need to sit down. I feel like I need a cigarette after that. Jesus. Let's catch what we missed some of. More importantly, let's see what Murazan did. Murazan taking the long opening shots. Doing a good fight here with, oh no. I see what happens. So Murazan... Let me just turn down the music a little bit. So Murazan here, intending to turn back hot on Dog's portal, and then while turning back hot, probably in a dogfight mode, catches Maligator. And unlike the F-18's helmet-mounted device or anything like that, it doesn't IFF it all straight away. And that AIM-120 shot just really inopportunely timed. going to be an awkward locker room conversation between Maligator and Murazan as they get ready for the next round. Alright. Meanwhile, the battle continued over here. I want to see Cookie actually get the guns kill. Managing to latch onto the tail of Portal for quite a long time here. And let's see it. And that would have been enough damage to get Portal to slam himself into the ground. So, fantastic effort from Cookie to run out of missiles, but still involve himself in the fight. I'm looking for the really high up shot. What is that AIM 7 doing? So, this AIM 7... Oh, it's a 120. Locked onto the space shuttle, and then came back down and nearly found someone. The like 140 nautical mile, 180 degree rear aspect AIM 120 shot. But I still don't see where Teabag managed to splash 7 Fox. Oh, he did it right here. I thought 7 Fox might have been too high up. A really good shot from Bad Karma as well. Wow. So how far away was that? 7 nautical miles, and it manages to reach all the way up to 7 Fox. Almost like it's a rocket or something. An utterly phenomenal match. That is DCS all the way down to the bottom. Looks like Bad Karma and Teabag are beginning the journey home. And I need to close my blinds because it's really bright. Great flying from Teabag. It was. In fact, both of the Hornets did really well here. In fact, I stopped looking at the TAC view, but I think we can still look at the TAC view. Just so we can track. One thing that did interest me was the situation Hate to Lose found themselves in here. Ending up right in the tangle with Luigi and Cookie. Hate to Lose here was well within detection and attacking range of Cookie, but seemed to have quite a lot of trouble actually finding them. And this is where the weather comes in, because he would have been right in the middle of the cloud layer here, and I think just lost situational awareness. Is 4 Sparrows allowed? Yes, 4 Sparrows is allowed. Can bring as many Sparrows as you want. The only limitation is on actives. Yeah, and I think Hate to Lose here just ends up not being able to find Cookie, which gives Cookie the opportunity to latch onto Portal here. So a little bit of a missed opportunity for covering each other here, which does eventually lead Portal to death's door. Oh, but do you think maybe he ran out of fuel or had a control issue? Or it doesn't look like a control issue. Might have just been a running out of fuel. Just had to check the F2. I'm scratching my chin here because this didn't go the way that I expected. I expected it to be a bit of a clean sweep for GVAW and ACR. But I think something about, you know that old quote about the American military is that no one can anticipate our actions if not even we understand our next move? I feel like the dogs operate in a level of chaos that they feel comfortable in that appears to have had the desired effect against our Thai and Indonesian friends, but we'll see whether or not that can last them multiple rounds. Looks like Bad Karma has got about 42 nautical miles to go. And is... oh my god. Ladies and gentlemen, it's one of the rarest things you'll ever see in DCS. A super cruising Hornet. Unfathomable. I didn't even know this thing could break the sound barrier. Thank you, RetroStar. That's very kind. Thank you for the follows, Papashada and Tabokin and all the rest. Luigi, you shouldn't be here. He's not super cruising anymore. He was for a little bit there, though. The Hornet is one of my favorite subsonic aircraft. That was really exciting. I feel like my heart rate's all elevated now. The 9Ms look so nice on a Hornet. And you know what? If you've never done it before, and you've never tried it, I would highly recommend going on like a PvP server and taking a completely clean Hornet. Take off all of the wing pylons, take off the centerline pylon, just bring 2 9Ms on the wingtips and 2 120s on the fuselage. You will be astounded by how fast the plane goes and how maneuverable it is. It can turn like a spinning top. Is that gunfire in the background? Who's shooting their gun? People live down there, okay? I'd be thrilled with that kind of victory if I was flying. That's just, that would have been a great fight to be a part of. Just a little pressure release, you know how antsy pilots get? Yeah. So if you guys know any pilots in your life, don't forget to help them relieve pressure whenever they need it. Everyone does it in different ways. I love the blue note that the Hornet makes at certain angles, that kind of that howl it does with those circular intakes. He's going to run into the same problem that most Hornet pilots run into, which is which is the fact that his plane's probably really light right now, and if he goes to full flaps, it's just not going to want to land. No, I was talking about giving them like a back massage or something, X. Jeez. Get your mind out of it. And safe. And there we go. Bad Karma managing to secure the win as Teabag follows in closely behind. And Teabag is at full flaps, so this plane's not going to land. Hello Fairbanks, welcome in everyone. I hope you're having good fun. We're just watching the closing moments of the first round of the 179th Dogs facing off against ACR and GVAW. And safe. Alright guys, welcome in. Time for some ads. First things first, we have to get the server ready for the next round, but before that, I would like to share a little something from our friends over at MasterArm.
Running a dedicated DCS server can be complex, time-consuming, and expensive. And after all that effort, you still might not get the smooth, seamless experience you're looking for. That's why virtual pilots and virtual squadrons choose MasterArm as a ready-for-immediate-use solution and for peak efficiency. With low latency, high stability, and uncompromising performance, MasterArm ensures that every maneuver, every decision, and every shot counts. Stay mission ready. Fly with confidence. MasterArm has your six. Get your server at www.masterarm.de.
So, of course, a very big thank you to the fellows over at Master Arm who have given us enormous help with this competition. Without them, this sort of event would not be possible. A dedicated DCS server? You'll choose Master Arm right away? Good. Well, I'd recommend it. They've been a real pleasure and a big help. So, be sure to check them and all of the other SATAC sponsors out. Now, I'm going to press the button that triggers a 3-minute ad break now, which should take care of that while we do a Be Right Back. And that would mean that there's no more ads for the next hour. So we'll be back, guys. Stand up, get a drink, stretch your legs, get yourself a little snacky, and we will be back shortly. Welcome back, everyone, to GVAW and ACR facing off against the 179th Dogs. We're getting ready for round 2. And I certainly hope the Dogs don't mind the fact that every time I say their name, out of habit, I say Dogs. That's how they spelt it, you know? You guys might wonder why I get so specific about the ad timings. It means that, basically, Twitch, when you stream, wants you to stream a certain amount of time. They want you to screen a certain amount of ads. You can't say that you want no ads on Twitch. You can only say how many and when. And, in my personal opinion, getting them all out of the way so that you have no ads, especially in a competition, is the best way of doing things. So occasionally I have to just break things up with an ad break, but it tricks the system so that Twitch won't show any ads when anything interesting is happening. You know? What a dog's doing. Butter dog. Dog with the butter. Looks like Luigi and Hate to Lose are in the front row with Portal and Bad Karma behind. Meanwhile, Russian Helmet and Teabags are still getting their cells ready. Not exactly the most camouflaged livery, but then again, GVAW is much the same. At SATAC 2025. Hey going, Scab, I hope you're having a good day. Looks like this one is quivering in anticipation. Quivering is really not the right word to use there, but never mind, I did it. Well, let's be honest, a Blue Angels display would be more exciting if they had weapons and they shot at each other. Like, hey guys, welcome to the air show. Today the Blue Angels are going to show you how to notch a missile. Whoa! He's taking off! I didn't say he could go! Did we lose someone? We did. Why did I say tall? It's ACR. Looks like 7 Fox is coming back now. The important thing to remember is that if a military aircraft jettisons its weapons over your land, and you know you get some AIM-9s or something that fall off the wings and they land in your backyard, there's nothing saying that you can't keep them. It's like that time a guy ejected from the F-35 and then it flew away. And then they had to go figure out where it went. Let's have a look at how the dogs are going. I think this is the perfect opportunity for the dogs to change into matching F-16 liveries. And what's even crazier about that, you know, an F-16, if you ever see one in real life, like, these things don't have keys or anything like that. If you can get into it, you can just take it. It's not like you need, like, a key or anything, so... I think, oh, you see, this is perfect! It's a dog with a dog! Yeah. So if you're quick enough and you manage to get onto an Air Force base, you can quickly just pick yourself up a cool plane. Uh-oh. Looks like we had a despawn. Hey, UW, how are you? That's okay, Spaceman. I won't tell anyone you've been sharing government secrets with me all the time. This is, of course, a complete facsimile and work of fiction. Spaceman has never shared secure information with me regarding anything and never would. You crewed F-16s at LAFBAZ? Did they know that you were doing it? Or did you just walk up and take one? Thank you, Edub. I hope you're doing well. Spaceman hasn't shared any classified information ever. We may joke about it, but he never would. Hopefully everything's okay with 7 Fox. Oh, a crew chief? So you're the person I'm talking to whenever I press F8 on the keyboard. Wounded Farm, can I give you a request rearming? Request refueling? Okay. Shall we put on some funky music? Let's get some funk going. Let's see. Can we take a moment to appreciate the sun in DCS? Sometimes I forget how beautiful this game is. Look at them with their matching Bulldog liveries. Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go, go, go. I really hope this one goes 3 rounds. And up they go. The first 2 members are in the sky. Hate to lose in the Luigi. And Cookie and Venom make their way up. Oh man, the first round was so much fun. I hope we get another one. I hope we get 3. Have we had any 3-banger matches yet? Let me check the results. The first one between GC and Sky Elites was a 3-rounder, but none of the other ones have been. And I should have known that, because I cast that match. And Azarashi, the last to take off. This is what it would feel like if you were a hot dog in an air fryer. I feel like I shouldn't be showing this angle of the plane. Feels like it's like an intimate area, you know? Azarashi takes off, and that's everyone. As Bad Karma takes off. Scab, don't do me like that. I'm sorry, that was a weird thing to say. I probably should have left that one in the drafts. Yeah, absolutely, Margot, and I'm well aware that format does work really well. And it's not something I'm opposed to doing. I have done it before. The only problem is that I'm a little bit strange in the head, we'll say, and as a result, sometimes organizing things like that is trickier for me. But you were all my co-commentators today. As bad karma streaks up into the sky. The two F-18s pulling their weight enormously in the last match. As we see a battle line beginning to form. Murazan, Cookie, and Valkyr, the three members of GVAW. While Big Meow, Seven Fox, and Azarashi from ACR. It's funny that you should show up now, Margot, actually. Because I accidentally called ACR Tor for some reason. Do you have any insight into the strategy they may be using? I mean, this is a pretty traditional break. So it looks like over on the western side, on the red team, they're operating as two distinct units of three. So the members of GVAW are kind of keeping into this same battle line. And I call it battle line because typically it looks almost like a wall where all of them will maintain a relatively samey distribution between themselves. But Murazan is going to be, I think, the one that they're going to be going for the first shots. So what will happen is, and the way that this is typically played in teams with more experience is, these groups like Cookie and Valkyr, they will take turns. One of them will push forward, fire a missile, start defending in case a missile is coming back, and then once the person who's shot is eventually fully defensive, the second member takes over the position, and they'll report to each other, he's locking onto me, or I'm defending against a missile, or something like that. And then if someone gets confirmation that their teammate is defending against the attack, then they know that they have the safety blanket to push forward and try and exploit it. It's a process that's often referred to as grinding. You have a face for Rado? Hey, look, check this. I see you're a Reddit celebrity these days. You're all posting stuff, posting videos of harm missiles taking out Su-25Ts. Now running F-18s to do AWACS duty. I would argue the F-14 would be better at that, but yeah. I don't know, Checklist. Do you reckon you'd be able to fill an AWACS-y kind of role in the F-14? As Murazan and Hate to Lose are 47 nautical miles away, we're seeing a mirror matchup here. So if this plays out the same as last round, Hate to Lose is probably going to fire second, Murazan's going to fire first, and then Cookie's going to come along and kill Murazan. And Hate to Lose is going to get lost in the clouds somewhere over here. Yeah, absolutely. In fact, it would be good to get a more tactical expert, because one gap in experience I definitely have is competing myself. It would be nice to have the perspective of someone who's more experienced in competition, you know? Though at the same time, let's focus on the match, because the first missile has gone off the rails. You've got a question here for pilots to shoot ARMCB on 22 nautical miles, currently doing training lessons in the F-16 Viper, and you can't lock the targets correctly. Someone might be able to help you. How is it possible they're acquiring locks from such a distance? I mean, I can get a lock at 40 nautical miles with an F-16, if your radar's in the right mode. I mean, 35 nautical miles, easy for an F-16. The F-16s also have data link as well, so they know exactly where to focus their radars. I reckon Mirazan's going to fire against Portal here. And I was right. The AIM-120 lofts off the wings as Portal and Mirazan trade shots with each other at 32,000 feet at 20 nautical miles. The second shot from Portal. But I think both of them know that there's something in the air now. I think that anyone who takes the time to stream a DCS event, if they can, is worth appreciation. I know 81 Banana does really well. I don't think anyone has any air of competition about taking these matches. I think we all just do it because we love it. But let's not talk about that anymore. As Portal gets away from the AIM-120 and Mirazan manages to get away from the one fight in return, everyone keeping relatively cohesive. The F-18's still in formation, actually. So the first missile's going into the sky, but not too much in terms of effect. Hate to lose. Getting a missile sent at him by Valkyr. The first shot from Valkyr of the match. Hate to lose is going to have to defend pretty hard against this one because it's already halfway there and it's still traveling at 1,700 knots. Hate to lose getting very lucky in the first round, managing to escape that missile that failed to kill him when it exploded. But I don't think you can count on that kind of luck working twice, as Hate to lose is going to have to defend really hard against this. He's making the right moves. The missile is dumping speed. And incredibly, he manages to get away from it. The missile fight in response, Valkyr's still at 40,000 feet. This missile traveling at 1,000 knots at the moment. So it's still got a bit of pace, but Valkyr is easily getting away from it, traveling at 955 knots at the moment. Missiles trading in both directions in the southern group between Russian Helmet and Big Meow. Big Meow, is this missile going for Big Meow? Because if it is, it's really... Oh, look. You see Big Meow just fly underneath the missile that was not going for him, thank goodness, because if it was, it definitely had pace. 7 Fox and Bad Karma trading missiles. 7 Fox at 41,000 feet, Bad Karma at 33,000 feet. Both of them already notching the launches. Russian Helmet now having to contend with this missile coming down from up high. Not a huge amount of speed on it, as it goes dumb and flies about 10 feet away. A good escape. Cookie fires another AIM-120 at Russian Helmet, who's totally defensive at the moment. Bad Karma is contending with this one, traveling at 1,100 knots at 30,000 feet. Cookie's going to have to pull this down into the low. Not Cookie, rather, Bad Karma. They should have a bonus round where they fill the sky with commercial airliners. If I could implement any kind of SATAC rule, it would be that you can't use the same plane twice. So if you flew an F-16 in the first round, you can't fly an F-16 in the second round. Russian Helmet having a hell of a time getting away from this missile. Oh my god. Careful, careful, god. Okay. Well, good thing he's wearing a helmet. Portal and Cookie trading at 8 nautical miles. AIM-120s in both directions. Portal down at 3,000 feet. And Cookie at 20,000 feet. This missile might have a bit of potential, actually. So you can see Cookie just off the left. And it looks like that's already defeated. Cookie gets away from it. Luigi ditching altitude here. Not sure what he's defending against, but he's only got 3 AMRAAMs left. As Portal gets away from this missile by centimeters. Fortunately, it's not traveling very fast. As you can see, it just streaked down behind him there. Lots of missiles fired, not much effect. How's this pair of AIM-120s that came from the F-18s doing? 600 knots and at 20,000 feet. I doubt that's going to present much of a threat to anyone. Big Meow fires at Russian Helmet, who is so low to the ground. Oh my goodness. Russian Helmet is flying at subterranean altitudes, but has a 120 coming in. And Luigi and Big Meow trade shots with each other, as Hate to Lose and Arashi fire at each other as well. But you're very right. There are a lot of low probability of kill missiles here. This one going for Russian Helmet. Target at 1,000 feet at 8 nautical miles is just not going to... The missile's never going to find them, not in amongst the trees. Hate to Lose. Ooh, that actually jump scared me. The missile heading for Hate to Lose, jump scaring the shit out of me because it instantly exploded when I pressed F6. Okay. How's everyone doing in terms of missiles? Portal, what have you got left? Still plenty to work with. 2 AMRAAMs, 2 AIM-9s. No fuel tank. That's a very good point, Margot, actually. Portal manages to rifle off a 120 towards Murazan at 8 nautical miles. Russian Helmet is having a hell of a time down here. Bad Karma gets a 120 off towards Cookie, who's at 33,000 feet. Would this missile have the pace to get up to altitude with him? It's still traveling fast. This has potential, actually. He needs to turn cold away from the missile. Okay. Yeah, he has. Cookie managing to get away from that one fairly neatly. As Valkyr and Luigi trade... Valkyr gonna have to contend with this one. Doesn't. Valkyr gets splashed. The first kill goes to Luigi. Valkyr gets done in at 2,000 feet by 120. Doesn't manage to notch it, amazingly so. It looked like he was at the right aspect for it. As the 120 fight in response does not take down Luigi. Looks like Hate to Lose is making their play. Hate to Lose fires off their last 120. Looks like it's heading up towards 7 Fox, as the one fired in return does have a lot of potential here. Traveling at 1,800 knots and chasing down to the lower altitudes here. Portal fires a very close range 120. 6 nautical miles away from Big Meow. His missile's going to get there first. Big Meow's going to have to defend against this one. It introduces itself to the water. It's a warm day today, I can't blame it. Portal is getting away from the one that's chasing him down at razor low altitude. Hopefully the missile doesn't switch over to the next target and impact his friendly. Okay, good. Managing to get away with it. Bad Karma and 7 Fox are fighting a whole different fight over here. Russian Helmet has finally gotten unlost from the canyon dimension. And now with fuel bags still on the wings, is ready to make a move happen. Portal pushing towards Cookie. Cookie is down to AIM-9s and sees the target straight up against him. Fires the AIM-9. And it looks like he splashed himself against the ground. Oh, shoot, my TAC view disconnected. Damn it. I had automatic reconnection turned on. Anyway, it's a 4v4. As Teabag manages to take out Cookie with an AIM 120. Russian Helmet and Big Meow about to merge right up close with each other. Can see him just up ahead. Needs to get a missile out on him. Doesn't fire. He's right merged with him. There's an AIM-9 in the sky that's heading for Big Meow. But it doesn't have the energy. Russian Helmet still chasing down. But he's not finding him. Needs to switch into the dogfight mode and get a missile off because that is horrific. Russian Helmet just failing to find this this jet straight off his nose. Russian Helmet is not seeing this ACR jet. Teabag is pushing in now. So it's still anyone's game yet. 7 Fox is pushing in at low altitude. Down to AIM-9s. Can see Russian Helmet up ahead. Fires the AIM-9. But it's going for the low target. It's going for Portal. And it goes for the flares. The one fired in response, does it have the range? It doesn't look like it. 7 Fox fires a close range AIM-9 towards Portal. This one going straight for him. Portal gets slapped by that one. Russian Helmet needs to find these enemies. Murazan here is now pushing towards Luigi. Fires an AIM-9. Does Luigi see it coming? Luigi running the risk of flying straight into this one. Impact. Luigi gets splashed. Russian Helmet gets taken down by Big Meow in the head-on with an AIM-9. And suddenly Teabag is the only one left facing down 3 members of ACR and GVAW. But he's got missiles. He's got 4 Sparrows and 2 AIM-9s. And the first of the Sparrows goes off the wings here. It's heading over to Big Meow. It gets so close. It's getting so close. It's getting so close. Oh my god, but it's not tracking. And Teabag manages to splash one with an AIM-7 at close range. And he's merged with 2. One in front and one above. It's off his 12 o'clock now. He gets the AIM-7 off the wings. Does it have the range? Teabag's got to know that there's still 2 planes in the air. Murazan and Bad Karma are facing off now. An AIM-9 going towards Bad Karma. Is this actually tracking? It's not. If it was, it might have had the legs to get there. Teabag still chasing down Big Meow. Does Murazan have anything left? Murazan is out of missiles. What about Big Meow? Big Meow has nothing. Neither of the GVAW or ACR planes have any ordnance left. And Murazan can see the Hornet right in front of him. The AIM-7 comes out. It's going straight for him. You've got to... You can't give him a chance like that. Impact. The AIM-7 takes him down. It's all on Big Meow. Teabag. Those Sparrows paying for themselves. AIM-9 still on the wingtips. Bad Karma fires a 120. This might be the finishing blow for ACR in this match, but it might just be going for the... Oh, he hit the tree! I'm stuck in a tree! Right. and Teabag and Bad Karma. The F-18s once again coming in clutch. I told you guys that bringing the extra Sparrows I thought was a good move. Because the missile economy, man, you work through 4 AMRAAMs damn quick. And having the extra sticks to make something happen with. Wow. The dogs managing to rip and tear their way through GVAW and ACR. Now, they do need to have enough fuel to make it home. These Hornets don't seem terribly stressed. Okay. I'm very sorry that my TAC view disconnected, so... And that's my fault, that's not anyone else's fault, so... The TAC view I only got for the last third of the match, so I apologize for that, that one's on me. However, the TAC views will be available on the SATAC Discord. And thank you very much, Galaxy 11 Plays, for the following and gifting us subscription. Make sure that if you got gifted a subscription, you say thank you. Russian helmet here. Quite a good evade against the AIM-9, which goes straight for the flares. The only concern I had here was he really struggled with the situational awareness to chase down Big Meow here. Just feels like he might have been fighting with his dogfight modes, or maybe there was some doubt, because that's less than 3 nautical miles away, Big Meow. That's visual range. The Russian helmet here, I think, just not quite having the situational awareness. But that's okay, situational awareness is a skill that you learn and develop over time, and a lot of skills are particularly tricky to learn and develop over time without having the opportunity to have them put to the test. These AIM-9 shots, though, absolutely crazy. Especially the evasions, portaled with a really nice flare dump there. But 7 Fox, perfectly showing here what you would hope would be happening in the defense. So we see Portal take over from Russian helmet here. Very good move. Fires his missile at Big Meow. But Big Meow is immediately being backed up by 7 Fox. So Big Meow goes defensive after launching at Portal. And then 7 Fox is free to press the attack. What needs to happen now is Russian helmet needs to turn in on 7 Fox, who is focusing on Portal, and get a bit of mutual defense there. But it's damn confusing up there in the sky. And eventually getting splashed out by Big Meow, who you see, look at how beautiful it is. 7 Fox takes out Portal, and then goes defensive, and Big Meow swaps with him perfectly. That's how, that is a textbook example of how you cover each other in these fights. One attacks, one defends, then you swap, then you swap, then you swap, and if you can keep it up, then it's great work. But Teabag coming in here, let's have a look at what Teabag gets done. Firstly, an aim 7 towards Big Meow. We watched that one, and it got really close. But I don't know if the radar went dead or if the aim 7 just gave up. How close did it get to Big Meow? 255 feet. Someone look at the explosive radius of an aim 7 and see if that would have had enough range to kill him if it exploded. Still a great shot. 7 Fox moving in to cover in on Big Meow here. Gets an aim 7 to the face for it. And there's nothing flares are going to do against that. Meaning that Teabag is here to clean up Big Meow. I hope I get a chance to speak to ACR and GVAW, because I think they would have some interesting notes. I'd love to know how they feel about it. That was a fantastic fight. Sorry for the incomplete tack, you guys. That one is on me. Oh, he switched targets. Okay, that makes complete sense. Of course, they still need to get home and land. Bad Karma has 55 nautical miles to go. But I think everyone who participated in those fights should feel very, very, very happy. Now, how much money do I need to pay to Teabag and Bad Karma to crash right now so that we can get around 3? Because that was too much fun. I enjoyed watching that. I want more. And everyone in the chat being very kind and saying GG to each other. And I think that you should say GG to them, because what a fight, what good fun, what a great match. I'm just going to trigger the ad break now, the last 3 minutes, so that it doesn't interrupt the landings, or, in fact, no, the landings are too close. Never mind. Teabag says he's so low on fuel, bruh. And of course, important to note that, let's check the time. The next match at 1800 Zulu, so in about an hour between ETF and 367 NTSO, is definitely going to be one that needs checking out. So, shout out to 81 Banana, who will be streaming that match. I'm so sweaty. Why is it so warm today? I'm a little greasy boy. Why'd I say that? I think the real difference there was embracing the chaos. I think that the fundamentals for ACR and GVAW was really good. I mean, you saw it in the way that they were still covering each other really effectively in those merges right at the end. Like, their fundamental skill was really, really good. Whereas the cohesion between the dogs wasn't quite as tight as some of the other teams that we've seen. That being said, in the absence of that cohesion, the dogs put on a great display of individual ability and taking the initiative of situations. I think in particular the two F-18 players, Bad Karma and Bad Karma and Teabag both spectacularly took advantage of the situations that they found themselves in. But what did you guys see? What do you think? What do you think is your takeaway notes here? Your strategy was that managed chaos. They were max ranging most of their missiles. Oh, I see. And that sees Bad Karma down and safe as we watch Teabag get ready for the drop. And that secures round 2 for the dogs. Let's see if anyone wants to have a yap with me. Anyone want to come hang out with a little old me? Let's see. Hello, Cookie. How are you?
Hi, Airshow. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, how are you guys feeling after that match? That was close. That was really exciting. How is GVAW and ACR feeling after that one?
Yeah, I think the last game was quite. The end of the last game was quite full of drama, but yeah, really well played by 179 dogs, and congratulations.
Yeah, man, that was one big fight, dude. That was probably one of the best matches I went up against in a long time. That was fun.
Yeah.
And from the dogs, well, actually, let's introduce everyone first. From GVAW, we have Cookie here, and from the dogs, we have Hate and Luigi.
Hey.
And of
Hello.
course, congratulations to the dogs as well. How are you guys feeling after that match?
Pumped, man,
man,
pumped.
Definitely, we were not expecting those F-18 to come in clutch the way they did.
Well, it came down to a big deal with missile economy. In fact, a question I have for GVAW. It seemed like in both rounds you found yourself in situations where everyone was out of ammo. What do you think happened there, and what do you think needs to happen differently next time to prevent that from happening at the end of the round?
Yes, definitely. So we need to be a bit less aggressive, I guess. So this is a good learning point for us. And also 179th also did a good job at defending the missiles, right? So yeah, we wasted a lot of ammo there.
Hola.
Hello.
Yeah,
was
that was the
Teabag,
thing.
welcome.
Oh,
is,
welcome in, Teabag.
You guys were
But-
defending missiles very well, too.
But yeah, in fact, it felt like there was a lot of shooting that was happening at maximum range.
Yeah.
And that
We
was meant
noticed-
that a lot of the missiles ended up getting trashed.
Yeah, we noticed after the first round, we noticed some of the missiles were being max ranged. So we decided to take more risk on the second round. And part of the strategy was, like us on the 16s be more aggressive and then let the 18s sit back a little bit. So they can come in
Yeah, we
clutch.
let the
after,
16s go up there, suck up all their missiles, and then let the F-18s with the extra ammo clean up.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I was saying on stream as it was happening that if I were flying an F-18, I would have ended up bringing up AIM-7s for no other reason that you've just got an extra missile or two. That
Yes.
in those very last moments, they end up paying for themselves in just having the ability to reach out and touch someone when they're down to guns.
Yeah,
And-
that's part of what we discussed before the match, including especially having two 18s. Whatever you can bring extra will be times 2.
Absolutely. And Cookie, for GVAW and ACR, you guys are both veteran teams with a lot of experience. I'm sure you'll come away from this with some learning points and some things to practice on. What do you think was the main thing that you would like to do differently if this match were to be replayed in a week's time? What would you focus on?
Yeah, we will definitely have to work out our strategy again because, again, about the aggression and so on and long-range shots and everything, we need to manage that. And we are a combination of two teams, right? So we have to work together for that.
Absolutely. And of course, both teams from Thailand and Indonesia, so some wonderful national representation going on. I'm sure that everyone is very, very proud of you for competing so well in these competitions, and it's so much fun to have you.
Thank you. We're glad to be here.
Oh, look, it's a pleasure to have you. For the dogs, was this your first competitive match?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is our first participation on SATAC, although we are not new players, but it is the first time we actually competing in this.
And how did it feel? It can be exciting, can't it? And quite stressful.
I was so nervous before the match.
Yeah, we all had like tech
I was really
issues.
nervous before the match, too. My hands were shaking and shit.
Did you
let's put up a show.
did you spend a lot of time training beforehand? Like, did you get all the time you wanted to practice technique,
Yeah.
or?
you could always do better, but yeah, we did some training, we did some scrims, and we feel comfortable where we are, but we always can improve. And
we're also two separate teams. We are not all the same team.
Okay, no worries. And what are those constituent teams?
Well, it's not really teams. It will be like more people, like people that we know.
Groups, yeah.
Exactly. So we decided to come up with this. Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. Well, I'm going to start off with GVAW and ACR. If there's any shout-outs you'd like to make, anything you'd like to say to the audience, or just any cheers that you'd like to give, or any last comments, please go ahead. It is all yours.
Thank you. So, firstly, thank you, Airshow. I watch this show every day, every week. So, thank you for streaming, and thank you, 51st, for having us, ACR and GVAW. And thanks for organizing the show. It's really great. And congratulations to 179th Dogs. That was a great fight. Awesome, guys. Yes.
I couldn't agree more. It was spectacular. And same goes for the dogs, if you guys would like to... I keep saying dogs with a real intonation. I can't help it.
I like it.
You like it? Okay, good. I was worried that would annoy someone.
We just want to thank God. I'm joking.
Well, I don't know. I don't think if God is around, he's not playing DCS.
Yeah. First of all, I want to say, thank you for everybody that was watching the Twitch stream. Appreciate that. And the ones that were rooting for us too. Also, thank you to Tech, because he's been answering a lot of questions that I had lately, and he's been really helpful. And a big congratulations to T-Back. He performed like no ever before.
Yeah, this is his best he's ever flown, and we're proud of him.
I have to say shout out to SATAC for inviting us in the first place. It's definitely, something I've never had before.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yep, got a new perspective on DCS right here.
Well, I think you've gained some new fans today, and everyone's looking forward to the matches to come. So I can't wait for all of you guys to take the stage again and continue competing. And
we'll do a little bit better with the teamwork moving forward. Like, try to work more as a team.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
All right.
We only can get better.
I will leave you guys now to enjoy your Sunday. And
thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah. Good luck in the matches to come. I will see you later.
Thank you.
See you.
Thank you, Ashley.
Good luck.
Okay, well, that pretty much wraps things up for today. For me, but there is still a match to come. Does anyone know where that match is going to be happening? I gave you a little clue earlier on. And who it's between. Yeah? You see if you can answer it before I give you the chance. And we'll do, while I restart the mission in the background. Perfect. So the TAC views will become available once everything's all wrapped up. But yes, in about 50 minutes time, 81 Banana will be casting the match between ETF and 367th MTSO. Don't forget the links in chat for all of SATAC. You can join their community and get notified when all of the matches happen. You can also follow me on Twitter. You can join in on my Discord. You can subscribe to my YouTube. And follow me on Blue Sky. Make sure that you give love to everyone who participated in this match. And I will see you with the matches to come in the week to come. Please take good care of yourselves and each other. And I'll see you at 81 Bananas channel. Don't forget to say thank you to Special K and his DCS server bot for making all of this possible. And also a big thank you to Master Arms servers as well for providing us a space in which to compete. Thanks, guys, and I will see you later, alright? Bye-bye.